don't know.
It's a great moral. I mean, the moral couldn't be stronger.
Right, and it's driven home here.
More on point. Everybody knows a Scrooge. Everybody has a little Scrooge in them.
Yeah.
You know, there's that moment where you're like, I don't want, and then you think, you know, you think about Christmases in the past, and you know, you don't want to be a Scrooge. You don't want to be a Scrooge,
and it still surprises me.
Bah humbug. You know, nobody says that anymore.
Nobody says it anymore. But this scene
nobody
actually
even says bah anymore. Like humbug, I get it.
I bet you I still say bah once in a while. It still comes out of me. Even Happy Larry says bah once in a while. This scene here surprised me. It surprised me. I've seen it, like I said, I know this story, and Ebenezer comes upon this couple that are they're mourning his death. But they're not mourning his death. They're celebrating his death because their dad is gone with him being dead. Yeah. And I was so surprised by that. It surprised me. Just as he was. Yeah, you're along for the story in this.
Yeah. I saw that one coming.
I didn't see it coming. I was just like, oh, who are these people?
I forgot. Well, it is funny because it's almost like you're reminded of just every beat. And like, oh yeah, I forgot about this part. But it's very well organized. Like, it's a very organized story.
Right. And the pacing.
A lot of callbacks and pacing and, you know, suspense building and tension and release.
Right. Tension and release. This, like, coming back to chapter 5 when Ebenezer wakes up after he's gone through this terrible night of all of the things.
It was a pretty good night, probably.
Well, it was terrible. It was scary.
It was terrifying.
4 ghosts.
Yeah.
Including his best friend, you know, wearing the chains. That's so scary.
What an honor and a privilege.
What an honor and a privilege. And he wakes up. Oh, sweet Jacob Marley. Praise old friend.
Is it still Christmas Day?
Is it still Christmas Day? How about that?
He calls out to the guy, bring me the fattest. Is there still that fat goose turkey with the window?
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Yes.
This is such a fun story. And keep the change.
It's Christmas after all.
And he's petting dogs, and he's just having a blast.
Turkey over to Tiny Tim.
When he throws
a lot of great characters. I even like all the names of the characters, like
Bob Cratchit.
You know, and
wife Martha. When he throws his head back in full laughter, and he's just got that. Oh, it's just glorious.
It is glorious.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't missed it.
And he does not miss Christmas, and he doesn't miss Christmas for the rest of his years.
I love that he calls him a remarkable boy.
Yeah.
That always stuck with me.
That stayed with me too. Me too. Even
what a
from
remarkable
what
boy.
a remarkable boy. You're not an idiot.
It's like he's not remarkable at all. He's just like the most regular random guy. Could have been any boy who would have said yes to that.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
He has to bring a whole wheelbarrow just for the turkey.
That is one big ass turkey.
And he gets in the snowball fight with the kids.
Oh, he takes one right to the back of the head, and you see a little glimpse of old Scrooge there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like he's going to, but we know he does the turn. They give us a panel to be like, "Oh no, is he really?"
And like the looks on the kid's face are like, "Oh no."
Oh, that was Scrooge. He has ripped. They don't know Scrooge had this transformation overnight. He has a bad reputation, but he's walking up down the street like, you know, chin held high and swinging his arms. He wasn't swinging his arms before.
Yeah, and he's run into all of the people that he is slided through the years, and he is making right on all of these things. So you're right, James. All of these things are it's the true nature of Christmas. It just took 4 ghosts.
Is Jesus even mentioned?
No, not at all. I think there's a praise be or something somewhere, but
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah.
That's not cheesy. I guess you kind of, but yeah, I like that. It's because to me, this really is Christmas. Like, I think this is probably what Christmas is the most, or like most faithfully represented.
Oh, and you bringing it back to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The scene in is it Present? Is it Present when the lowly coal miners share a bit of sardine with one another? Oh my God, my heart breaks. It just breaks open. I'm just like, I'm like sniffling a little bit. Like, I just love that scene so much.
Share some sardine.
And then again, here's Ebenezer just tipping his hat, playing with dogs, petting horses, smiling at people, and he sheepishly goes to his.
I like that it's still kind of like a slow transition, like when he's still with the ghost of the Christmas past, and he sees the big party, and he's like, "Oh, Fezziwig, that's my favorite, Fezziwig."
What the heck's a Fezziwig?
The biggest parties, and he's looking on it fondly. And he's like, and then the ghost is like, yes, but it did cost a little bit of money, kind of trying to trick Scrooge. And Scrooge is like, yeah, well, still it does go down red in the ledger.
Yeah,
like, Scrooge,
come on, Scrooge,
come on,
tighten the purse strings, loosen the purse strings,
loosen the purse strings, exactly.
Oh, and this scene,
another idol has displaced me. What idol? Money.
This scene with Bob Cratchit the next day, he's 18 minutes late. Oh my God, 18 minutes late.
One less thing of coal for your fire.
But that's the old Scrooge. This new Scrooge is...
That's the old Scrooge. All the coal you want.
All the coal you want. I'm gonna change the shingle outside. You and I are partners, and we're gonna double your pay, and we're going to get a doctor to come see little Timmy. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's nice of him.
It is nice. This was a great. And then there are all the ghosts on the last page, all smiling, happy. Even the and God bless us, everyone. I didn't let you say that, James.
That's all right. I said it right at the beginning. There's
Tiny Tim on the shoulders of his new Uncle Scrooge, and all of the ghosts in the background. What a great panel. Everybody's smiling. I loved it. I loved it too. I am ready for Christmas now.
I don't know how it could have been improved.
I'm glad that they did it. It could be improved in a hardcover. Hardcover. I could give this as a gift.
It's couldn't be a better Christmas gift.
No, it's great. And then, so going through this,
and there is quite a bit of back matter. Like, I didn't read it, but there's a lot. Especially if you're into the art side.
Well, yeah, when you're into the art side, so I read all of the back matter, and this took me for a little bit of a loop because all of Harvey Kurtzman's drawings were very tight. So it said in the back matter. But when I saw this first little bit of drawings, I was like, this doesn't look tight at all. This looks like...
because it's also computerized.
Sketchy. And then we see the tighter drawings of Marley's ghost. And almost all of them you see, he did the whole book. But in this style would not have worked.
No, they definitely had to transfer it to like the high def computer. It's got some computerish look to it, but only so much that it's glossy like you would want old school magazine thing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this, and his style, this layout style is really hard to look at. It's not fun. But then when you see Jack Davis's renderings and Gideon Kendall's renderings, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it was such a fun read, and I'm so glad that Comixology put this up for us free of
They
charge.
made it happen.
And $2.99 if you are not a subscriber. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
So, James, we talked about the art.
Another great gift.
We talked about the art, but I don't know if this, this is a one-shot. So, are we going to put this in your ratings, or maybe you have your own category for this?
You know, if I were to compare it to Moby Dick, I think those two are in their own category.
There you go.
They would both be number one if they were on our normal list. But it's tough to compare when you're just like, hey, I'll just be part Charles Dickens and part me, or part Herman Melville and part me. Right to the top you go.
There you go.
The art is, top level, like some of the best art we've seen in any stuff. So, I don't know. I like Moby Dick, maybe the art better, and I like this story better. I don't think it needs a rating. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. There you go. That's a right on. Yeah, just enjoy it and enjoy this season. Enjoy this season. We've already gone out and done some. We got our tree up and our house smells so good and like drinking red wine like it's going out of style.
Yeah, 'tis the season, they say.
'Tis the season. All right, James.
Who says that?
Everybody.
I think everybody. To be jolly.
All right. So, James and I are going to do a quick turnaround because we didn't meet on Thursday. But we're going to meet this Thursday, right, James?
Yep.
So, this coming Thursday, this week, we are going to, I wanted to read, it's another Batman book.
Oh, okay.
All right, this one's called The Black Mirror Part 1. Now, this is 6, 7, 8 issues of a full arc story called The Black Mirror. And in this story, this is fun because the setup is, this is actually Detective Comics number 871, but it's the beginning of a new arc, so rules apply here. Okay. It's a part 1. And so it falls in the parameters of a number 1, right? Written by Scott Snyder.
In the official scoreboard, I'll allow it.
Written by Scott Snyder with art by Jock, and I think we've seen his work, and we've definitely read some Scott Snyder. He did American Vampire.
Yeah.
Black Mirror is a murder mystery with a new fill-in Batman. Now, Batman, in the pages before this, mysteriously goes missing. He might be dead. I'm not going to spoil that too much. So, who jumps into the boots? Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson is Batman. Dick Grayson is Robin.
Oh, okay.
So, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, jumps into the Batmobile. He becomes Batman. And Damian Wayne, who is Batman's biological son, is the Robin in the story. And you would think, well, it's just Batman and Robin. No, those two flipped. And this writing, those two characters and this writing, you can tell it right off the bat. It's just like, wow, this Batman isn't as brooding as our Batman we've come to love, know and love. So it's different. It's a different take on Batman because it's a different Batman entirely. So the book is called The Black Mirror. You can get it in a couple different places on Comixology if you wanted to. It's a DC book. Issue 1's going to cost you $1.99. Sorry, DC's got to get on the Comixology Unlimited.
Buy them out, Amazon.
And then, but if you wanted to buy the full tilt, I think it's $12, and I think you get like 8 or 9 issues of this Black Mirror. So give the first issue a try. Black Mirror Part 1, Detective Comics number 871, written by Scott Snyder, art by Jock, $1.99, 32 pages? No, 22 pages, sorry. and we're going to be talking about this next week.
All right.